Today at Manchester Theatres, I am joined by the Bruntwood Prize winner for Playwriting 2025. So congratulations, and would you like to introduce yourself and your play?
Thank you. My name is TOLU OKANLAWON, and I'm the writer of Shooters.
And tell us a little bit about the story. What's the plot about?
Absolutely. Shooters is essentially about the real-life photographer Gordon Parks, and it's set in 1948 Harlem, New York, and he is tasked with entering this gang of teenage boys and trying to capture their story to tell it to Life magazine. And their whole conflict arises from who gets to tell whose story, what's the ethics of a journalist.
And how did you become interested in Gordon Parks as a character? Well, he's a real person, but as a storytelling.
He's someone whose name I've always heard referenced just by people that I was inspired by. He's just such a prolific photographer and director, just a trailblazer in what he does. And I watched a documentary about him called Weapons of Choice, and there's a 3-minute snippet when they kind of talk about his stint at Life magazine and him kind of capturing the story of these teenage boys. And I just wanted to know more about it, but there wasn't that much more to find out. So I just felt inspired to imagine what that would have been like, what that experience would have been like, because he felt compelled to tell their story, and in a way I felt compelled to tell his story as well.
Yeah, and the really interesting thing is, like you've mentioned, it's who gets the right to tell whose story, and that was what was looked at when Gordon Parks was telling the story of these, these teenage boys in Harlem. But it's kind of come full circle, because now you've got the right to tell his story.
Yeah, it's really kind of like meta in a weird way, because at the time I wrote this, I was also working in documentaries and developing documentaries and thinking about whose story we want to tell, and there's this weird kind of complex feeling I think that a lot of artists feel when there's this kind of inherently exploitative nature when you're trying to tell the story of others who don't have the power to tell the stories for themselves, and things get warped when money's involved, politics, etc. So it is kind of an interesting kind of layer of who gets to tell you the story. That's inescapable in a way, but interesting nonetheless.
Definitely. And we've just seen a snippet of the play as well, which blew my mind. It made me want to come and watch the whole thing, so I can't wait for that. But what was interesting, obviously, was that you say Harlem and you think in the 40s, but there was such warmth and humour within these characters as well, wasn't there? It's not all dark and twisty and...
Not at all, I think it was fun, obviously researching the language of the time and what it's like to be a boy in Harlem, just watching films from that time. But something just stayed the same. It's just a teenage boy, not much money, and just hanging around the area. That humor's always going to be there, that life's going to always be there. So it wasn't too far of a jump to imagine where it is to be a teenage boy in an urban space, it was really kind of fun to dive into that.
And you've got the award. Let's have a look at the award there. I love it. That is fabulous. So where is it going to go?
Oh, I have no idea. Maybe there's a little mantelpiece by the TV. Something to just keep my eye on potentially.
I love that it's got a little reflection in it. So every time you walk past, you can check yourself. You can be like, I won that.
Is there any spinach on my teeth? No, it's just incredible and surreal, and it will take a while for it to soak in. When they said my name, I didn't think I was hearing it correctly.
Oh.
It's incredible.
Well, it was an amazing moment when you got up and collected that award. And do you even know what's next, or is it just all trying to sink in now?
I have no idea. I don't even know what's happening tonight.
It's like today is Monday.
Exactly. I have no idea what's next. I just hope that this is an iconic prize and an iconic opportunity. So I just hope I get more opportunities to write, because that's what I love to do. And I'm just like eternally grateful to Bruntwood that they would give me this prize.
Well, we are eternally grateful that you wrote the play. So congratulations, and we cannot wait for the future of Shooters. It is going to be amazing. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your time. Go celebrate. Thank you.